and said, Lord, Lord, open to us. We are among those that came for your wedding. The Lord replied to them, I know you not. Shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
You know, we have this kind of 5 foolish virgins in our church. We have this kind of 5 foolish virgins among Christians. There are people who serve God with transaction mentality. They don't serve God for who he is. They don't worship God for who he is. They don't see the need of coming to church. They don't see the need of serving God. All they need from God is what God will do for them. Am I talking to somebody here?
Yes, sir.
They only need their needs to be met. They want their needs to be met by God. So they only remember God in the time of trouble. And that's why they always blackmail God with Psalm 50 verse 15. Call upon me in the time of trouble. I will do what? Answer you. Call upon me. When they pray, they say, God, your word say, I should call upon you in the time of trouble and you will answer me. Lord, I am calling upon you right now. Answer me. I need this. I need that. They are transactional Christians, transactional church members, transactional members in our churches today. Their interest is in what God will do for them and not in the serving of that God, in worshiping of that God. They remind God of his promise, of his blank check. Call upon me, I will answer you. But they forget what Jesus said in John chapter 4 verse 23 and 24, where he said God is seeking for those that will worship him in spirit and in what? Truth. And in 24 he said God is a spirit, and they that must worship him must do it in spirit and in truth. Worshiping God is not a priority to them. Worshiping God is not a duty to them. They don't see the need of serving God. They only need God when they want something to happen in their life. Transactional Christians. Is somebody getting what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
They don't have a relationship with God. Their focus is on their needs. I used to have one worship song I listened to those days. It says, because of who you are, I give you glory. Because of who you are, I give you honor. Because of who you are, I will lift my hands and say, Lord, I worship you. Because of who you are, oh Lord, I worship you. Because of who you are, I am worshiping you because of who you are, not because of what I need. Not because of what you will do in my life. I am worshiping you for who you are. It's not about my self-need, self-want, which is the mindset of so many people. And now hearing the 5 wise virgins are not coming to the bridegroom occasion because of what they will gain. They are coming because they are building relationship with the bridegroom, and that bridegroom is Jesus. And the 5 virgins and the foolish 5 wise virgins and the foolish 5 virgins are the church. Somebody get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Are the church. So we have people in the house of God whose mindset is on what God will do. You see, we are in a generation where castigating of church pastors is on a very high temperature. People find it funny and find it very easy. Anything that has to do with the church, anything that has to do with the man of God draws attention. People want to trend with the church event, with the church news. They want to trend with that. The same people have benefited from the church and they turn against the church. They talk against the church. but they still go to church when they are in need for their needs to be met. They have no relationship with Jesus Christ, but they benefit from Jesus Christ. We have them here in this church. We also have them here. They make vows of heaven and earth of what they will do if God bless them. If God give them so. God, I will do this and that. And I, as the chief servant of the house of God, I will say, God, he has made a vow, or she has made a vow. Father, grant him or her. And that will not be where it will end. The person will go, and I will be awake every night, presenting that person's case before God. Eventually, God answers. Because I don't pray for anybody God will not answer. That is one of the grace that God gave me. When I lift my hands and pray,